they're doing is they're pulling family child care in, they're pulling the centers in, and they're taking their early childhood staff and they're all working together to align the system. Mankato and their school district are using creative curriculum and teaching strategies gold, and they're trying to align everyone from family child care to preschool teachers in the Department of Ed, using that same thing through the school district. So once, say you have your infant and into toddlerhood, and then she goes on to a preschool, then you would pass that information to the preschool would take it, pass it on to the kindergarten teacher, and the kindergarten teacher would have that history. And it's really imperative to their learning as they follow through school. And you'll learn a lot more about this stuff. One of the things that really gets me is a lot of the research and studies that are being done don't trickle down to us on the ground. So we don't always understand why these changes are being made. You know, we know it's important that kids learn, but I had no idea that 90% of brain development happens between birth and age 3. You know, if I knew that when my kids were little, I would have worked a little harder at putting them in a program that I knew was catering to some education. You know, education particular to their learning abilities, to their age. You know, something that's age appropriate, of course. But, you know, I just want some good care for my child, but I didn't know what I know today. So it's really important, you know, that we try to stay current on all the research and studies being done and try to enhance our programs to really be able to offer the best education to the kids in our care. And that's going to be a selling point for the parents that are looking for you, which is huge. 50%, that's an epidemic. That's crazy. So anyway, you've got your different star levels. And I want you to know that this is a path, this is a journey, okay? It's not a race to the top, like the grant we received. It's a journey. You know, you have to decide on the star level that meets your needs right now. What do you have time for? And can you race to a 4-star right now? Do you have the time to dedicate to get to that 4-star right now? You might not. And that's okay. You know, because the other thing I really want to insist is that you take your parents on this journey with you, okay? Because they need to know how much time and effort you put in, you know, building that quality of your program and educating their children and helping them get their children ready for kindergarten. It's hugely important. They need to know that you're out here tonight learning about this program. They need to know that you care enough about the quality of your program to step out after working all day and learn more. They need to know that you're taking 8 hours of child development and 2 hours of observation. They need to know that you're going to be working hard to implement assessment in your program. If they don't know these things, how are they going to care? You know what I mean? I mean, they're just like me. As a parent, when my babies are 22 right now. Yeah. I know, so sad. They're both off to college this year away from me. One was here the last 2 years, you know, so. But
Great.
it is kind of a little bit, actually. They're home for week over Thanksgiving, and I'm just like, oh. You know, like you're used to this. Don't tell them I said that.
It's on tape. It's on tape.
This will be a limited audience.
Yeah.
We'll see this.
You know, back in the day when it was me and my babies, I didn't know this stuff. I really didn't. And if I could have gave them a jump start to being ready for kindergarten, if I could have helped them make that step, you guys all think about that with your own kids. You know, if you knew now today, well, how old are your kids?
15, 13.
Well, still 15. You know, take now what you knew, you know, when the 15-year-old was a baby. Do you know more?
Yeah.
Yeah. How about you? Yeah, how old are your kids?
10 and 6.
6, they're still fairly young, but still, 10 years is a long time. A lot changes. How about you? Are you more like me?
34. I mean 37, 34, and 27.
Yeah. You tell me a little bit about that. What do you know now
Yeah.
compared to when they were babies?
We didn't even have to use persons.
Yeah,
Right.
I remember that. We have to
We don't see.
Yeah. You know, but as far as educating them at a young age and putting them in a program
I
that
have a
is,
grandchild now, so
yeah.
it's more important
Mhm.
because he's in my field.
Exactly. And now he's bugging my stepdaughter, you know, did you ask them this? Did you ask them that? Are they doing this? Do they use a curriculum? Do they use an assessment? Do they know what the ESIPs are, for heaven's sakes? I mean, some of these centers don't even know what Rule 3 is, or some of the family child care providers that don't even know what Rule 2 is. How do you not know what you're governed by, where your regulations come from? There are programs out there like that. So we have to be armed. So, one of the last few times,
We have about 10 minutes left, but
okay, I'm hogging about, you should have waved at me or
no,
something.
you are inspiring everybody, Barb.
There you go.
I have a question. I was just kind of looking on the back of this, and it said, when will my wear rating expire?
2 years.
Okay, so after the 2 years, do you have to redo everything again?
We'll go back 5 years.
So you just redo your training.
That's it.
Makes sense?
Yes. So the stuff you're taking right now, you know, you'll get your rating, if you decide to join Building Quality in July, and you get in Paranoia in January, you'll be rated by the end of June, you should get your rating of 2015. So then, June 2016, July 2015, July 2016, so July 2017, up to your rating. We'll go back 5 years, which will put it 2012.
So all the trainings that you just did the last 2 years are gonna count.
Yes, ma'am.
So technically, in a way, it doesn't really expire this 5 years.
Isn't that great?
So then at the end of the 5 year period.
Yeah. And guess what? DHS is in the middle of developing tier 2 and tier 3 trainings, so we're gonna have even more in-depth training. We're gonna take things to the next level, so if we don't wanna go out and get college education, we're gonna still get some education, which is nice, because how often have you taken the autism class? That's the same every time you take it. You know, it's all intro level, and you wanna get beyond that actually, right? Well, they finally have Jared heard you. They finally have realized that you wanna take it to the next step and they're going there. So yay! But you know what? Don't forget about college. Because I don't know about you guys if you thought about it, but these 2-year colleges are catering more and more to the non-traditional student. It's amazing. There was a gal here at the Freeborn County Head Start. I was there a couple years ago. She was 60 years old, just got her early childhood associate's degree. Yeah, just took classes here and there. You don't have to take a full load. You don't have to move to campus and put your family in a dorm room. You know?
Darn it.
I mean, how much fun does that sound?
Yeah, it does.
You know what I mean? But,
I know what you mean.
you know, they do cater to the non-traditional student. There's a lot of night classes, there's a lot of online classes, and don't be afraid of online classes. Okay. You know what? We can make you online savvy. Let's see.
How do I get into my email?
There's always a start, Missy. There's always a start. Can I ask a question? Take some of your Learn brochure. What?
You have gone through, Rochester has done this.
Rochester, Olmsted County, Winona County, Mauer County, and Rice County.
They're already on board.
Yes, ma'am.
And what is the percentage?
It's slow.
Slow.
It's slow. Slow.
Slow.
It's very slow. I've come to our county and I've never heard of it.
Yeah. It's slow. And remember, part of that is because we only have 2 quality outreach gals for quality coaches / outreach gals for 11 counties. They're doing their best. They both have full caseloads. They both have over 40 people they're working with right now. And they're working on getting info sessions out there. But because of capacity, the word isn't getting out there as fast as it should.
I'm wondering, do you think the legislature is doing this to kind of test to see the interest out there for people to get into a model like this, so eventually they'll start to have more funding available? Because one of the things that encourages and discourages me at the same time is hearing about how Iowa provides funding for all 4-year-olds to attend some kind of preschool program. And I just think, our state used to be recognized as a leader in education. And so, is this kind of their way of reaching out and seeing, interest from communities and supporting some kind of effort like this? Or, sorry, I'm just curious.
I totally agree.
Okay.
But you know how that goes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We all value, I think we all in the state of Minnesota value education, and we should value it even more in early childhood, just because of the points I've made tonight.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. I hope so. And we've been assured that this is going to continue, that this is going to be the mainstay, that we won't have anything to worry about. but nothing's a guarantee. You know what I mean? The one thing that you can take away from all this though, is that you have worked to improve the quality of the education you're offering kids in your care. And you've used what's available to do that. And when these programs come along, I say jump on board and take them for all you got. Because there's no reason not to, and we're going to benefit you and those children in your care. Doesn't matter if this lasts 5 years or 10 years. It really doesn't. What's important is that you gain the skills, you get what you need to raise the quality of the education you're offering kids in your care. And you can do that this way. The trainings have been offered at a discounted rate. Our standard fee is $9 an hour. It will go up to $10 an hour in January. Most of these trainings are being offered at $5 an hour. Okay? You sign on to building quality, you get up to $500. You can spend it any way you want, on your environment, on your professional development. So you have help. Okay? You roll into Parent Aware. You get a 1-star rating. You get up to $1,000 to go to the next level. You get your 2-star rating. You get up to $1,000 to move to the next level. You get your 3-star. You get up to $1,000 to get to the next level. So they're
So they
always.
keep paying you to get your education or to improve your,
They give you resources to help enhance your program, to raise the quality of your program. That's what they're doing. Giving you resources. They're not paying you or giving you money. Okay, they're giving you the resources to build the quality of your program. I heard that one.
they're giving you money, they are giving you money.
You guys seen this?
That's, yeah, we got that in the
Did you
mail.
get the mail?
Yeah.
Did you get one in the mail?
No, it's just my mother-in-law did it, so.
Did you get yours in the mail? Yep. Okay. Do you want one? Anyone? Sure.
I think mine's at home.
I only got 50 of these hard copies, so I'm being stingy. Did you get one? Did you get one? Okay. Now, remember how I told you about MinStreams? And now you have a login and password? Okay? Many of you probably don't know that. But if you look at the back of this sleek, newfangled catalog, it will tell you how to get on MinStreams. This includes YouTube. Because if you're taking training tests, you have a profile. Okay? Yeah, look at this. This computer inept.
Yeah, no, you're in it.
I'll come to your association. and-
I went on and looked up some classes. on
Did you?
it.
How did
That's
that
how
work for you?
I found out about that one in January.
Okay.
How do you get your login?
How's
I just
Stephanie?
was on here today.
How's Stephanie? Stephanie. Remember that name? Stephanie. Okay. The other thing I want you to know, this computer.
Just remember.
DHS is pushing us.
Yeah, 4.
All right, DHS is pushing us to go all online. That's part of why they did the catalog this way. None of the descriptions are in here. They want you to go out on MinStreams. They want you to register for classes through MinStreams and take care of that online. They don't, we're not allowed to take paper registrations anymore starting January.
Well, that's kind of funny, Debbie.
I know.
I do computer, but I don't like to register page anything on it.
But you can call Stephanie for a $5 fee.
Stephanie.
But then I get socked with an extra payment, as tight as I am.
I know, and you know what? If I had the ability to have the staff to answer the phone calls, we have 2,500 providers in our 20 counties. And I have one and a half people answering the phone for registration and training questions. And if I had the capacity, I would charge. But I need to get people to register online somehow. And maybe you'll think about it. Maybe, or you're just gonna call me.
I won't pay the $5 either.
But, you know, it's here step by step, and Stephanie loves to talk. So she would be more than happy to walk you through this process if you don't want to read this, if you're like me, you'd rather have somebody else do it for you. You call Steph and she'll walk you right through it. You can be on your computer and she'll tell you what to do. She's really, really, really good at it. Or she'll register you as a snap for $5. We're not supposed to be allowing walk-ins anymore. So if you're interested in a specific training, please call or get registered online right away. changes are there. Is that it? I think that's it. With weather-related things, again, we'll call everybody, we'll try to call everybody who's registered. So make sure you're checking your answering machines or voicemails, I should say. If that does occur, if you're registered for a class and the weather's bad, if you have questions, you know, whether or not it's gonna happen, please call. We'll be making weather-related decisions by 2 p.m. And I really, really try to wait till the last minute because you know how the weather is here. You wake up in the morning, get 10 inches of snow, and by noon the sun's out. So, you know, I do kind of try to wait till the last minute because I don't want to have to reschedule if I don't have to. It's inconvenient for all of us. Any more questions, gals? Anything you ever want to know, you can ask right now. It's all for you.
Does it sound doable to you? I mean, does it sound more reasonable than maybe what you'd heard other places? Or
Well, I memorized the name Holly.
I mean,
She will take you by.
yeah, it's fantastic.
Yeah.
I think there's so many resources. It's hard not to take advantage of them.
Holly's gonna take you by your hand
Yeah.
and walk you right
Oh,
through this whole
she's
show.
gonna love that I said that, isn't she?
And it's on tape.
And she's
I
gonna
know.
go to a higher level.
Okay,
Yeah.
this is Holly's card, okay? Take 1 or 2 or 3,
Infamous Holly
bring some to your
card.
friends. This is my card, notice how many I brought. Sorry. Yeah, there's probably only 1 inch there for that one. But do you know how to get a hold of me, Robin? You
I
just
do.
pass the word. Give it to everyone.
I have your email
Better
and my
take 2
email.
just in case you lose one.
And make sure your emails are current when you do go into mainstreams because Stephanie does send a lot of updates out via email. Do you guys receive her emails at all?
Stephanie's?
Yeah. Okay. She'll send email, we need more training, we need, you know, these trainings are still available, we need more enrollment, or these ones are scheduled outside of the catalog, look at these.
Well, and she does like the monthly ones, right? Because I get
Yep.
like
Mhm.
trainings through December. I
Okay,
just got last
Jenny
week
in here then,
Cool, awesome.
that
Do you wanna-
thing. So I can add any of those. With your questions about the computers, I'm just wondering how community ed or the school district could help.
Do you
Like,
guys offer
Jenny,
those
can
right
well,
now?
I teach computer classes,
Well, there
so
you go, you can.
so basic email is one of my
The ones for
classes.
dummies?
Yes.
You do?
Yes, so basic email and basic Word and basic Excel, I'm offering those as classes coming up this spring. But for the registering online, is it helpful to have like computers where you all could come and you could just register between like 7 and 7:30 on a
She
day
has
or
a
something, or?
computer. She
I
has
have a computer, but I've had my credit card stolen twice by
Your
ordering
number.
online.
Gotcha,
So it's a thing that I do
That's
not
cool.
do at all.
I see, okay. Because I was just gonna say, it was more about using the computer, being able to access the training, that's an easy fix for us to help with.
Are you moving to community ed?
Yes, community ed is our basic computer lesson. I'm Jenny Hansen. Yep, and I teach it with Julie Sager. I don't know if you know her. She works in adult basic education.
And that'll be, in the community
Yep,
ed
new
book.
community ed book.
And it'll be in the spring.
Yep. I think we're doing
Well,
March 8th. I think we're doing February, March 8th.
What about Windows 8 and
Well, we'll do stuff on, we're trying to get some other ones with iPads too. Is that what you're talking about, or just?
well, see, I got Windows 8, but it's a touch screen. It's
Gotcha.
got all that. It's like doing your Kindle.
For
And
the-
I just had Windows 8,
And
and
I
I
just
was like,
like,
Trying
yeah,
to look at the new screen.
it's like,
Yeah.
I need a week to figure out what I'm doing without anything else involved in my life.
Yeah. Or something to experiment.
Alright, you
Yeah.
guys, you know what, the maintenance guy is gonna need to head out soon, so, maybe we can wrap it up, and if you have any additional questions, you can contact Barb. You have our contact information, now you know Jenny at ECFE, and, we'll get the information out to everybody, and everybody can see you, and I apologize, I forgot to have you all introduce each other at the beginning, at least I introduced myself. But we're gonna keep looking at ways that we can get more information out to parents in the community and support our children, as they're growing up, so, they'll have better, worlds to.
And if you guys are interested in learning more about your email, eager to learn, getting on mainstreams, all that, maybe we could work together and I could come down and maybe do your part on email and so forth, and I could jump in there with mainstreams or eager to learn or the registry. If you need the help, let us know. And the
So we can do it in a
association,
computer lab or on a smart board, so you can see it all displayed in front of you too.
yep, and maybe we could work together to provide everything you need around computers.
So you're not scared, don't be scared.
Now remember, call me if you think of anything tonight. Holly knows that I handed out her card, so she'll be waiting to hear from you all too. I'm gonna share our sign-in sheet with her. Don't worry, she's not gonna call and harass you. She'll probably just let you know when the information session is gonna be held. If any of you are super, super interested, I did bring an interest form. So if you are interested in learning more about building quality or possibly participating in building quality, July of 2014, or Parent Aware, you can take one of those with or fill it out quick before you leave, either way.
So which one are you supposed to do first?
Building quality.
Building
That
quality.
will be available to you July 2014. Parent Aware does not go statewide until January 2015.
Okay.
And you can do one or the other. Or you know, right, because if you sign on to building quality, you automatically roll into Parent Aware. It's part of the process.
Thank you so
So-
much, Barb. Very exciting.